Now with the right hand, the left hand. He's going to hang on, or they'll stop the fight. Down he goes. Well, he's hurt. Oh!
He's not really unloading using big shots.
Right. Tyson, all to the head. There's another right hand. Well, notwithstanding that, the movement's moving. Can he take? The left eye of Demolished.
Up too. We do this again. Working that cut.
And a left hook to the head.
Iron Mike Tyson, a name that once echoed through sold-out arenas, striking fear into the hearts of heavyweight champions around the world. Here's Mike Tyson's brutal prison fight that you never saw. In 1992, everything changed. The roar of the crowd was replaced by the cold clang of steel doors. The undisputed champion traded his gloves for handcuffs, his world titles for prisoner number 9223335. Inside those concrete walls, there were no belts, no referees, and no mercy, only survival.
Tillman has a look of fear in his eyes as
Mike Tyson, the destroyer of worlds, and prisoner 922335, the man who learned to fight without throwing a punch. 1992. Mike Tyson stood at the peak of boxing royalty. His record? Devastating. 50 wins, 44 by knockout, youngest heavyweight champion at 20 years old, undisputed heavyweight champion, average fight time, less than 6 rounds. Signature move, the peekaboo style with explosive uppercuts.
Mills Lane said stop that nonsense because they were starting to butt heads. Oh.
Tyson with a left hook, a right uppercut, down goes McNeely again.
Tyson's fighting style was pure terror. He'd slip punches with lightning-fast head movement, explode forward with combinations, and end fights with one perfectly placed hook or uppercut. Opponents fell in minutes, sometimes seconds. But then came the conviction: 6 years in an Indiana prison. Overnight, Mike Tyson ceased to exist. In his place stood prisoner 922335, just another number in a system designed to strip away identity. The private jets, the mansions, the roaring crowds, gone. Replaced by a 6x9-foot cell and 23 hours of solitary confinement per day.
Tyson misses again with the left.
From the southpaw stand.
And he comes with the right between two big heavyweights, and surprised that Buster Mathis Jr. has lasted into the 3rd round against Mike Tyson. And a miss by Tyson.
Mike's loading up a little too much. Buster can see some of them coming. He's getting out of the way of most of them. Frank Cappuccino.
Oh,
Swing around on your opponent's side and then crack.
oh, he got a right uppercut. Another right uppercut. And down goes.
Mike Tyson, the champion, was defined by an ultra-aggressive peekaboo fighting style built around devastating power and relentless pressure. His most feared weapon was a crushing right cross capable of generating over 1,200 pounds of force, backed by world-class training facilities, elite coaching, and cutting-edge nutrition. Mentally, Tyson fought with controlled rage, using intimidation and a killer instinct to break opponents before the first bell even rang. With a perfect 37-0 record before his first loss, his strategy was simple but terrifying: overwhelming opponents with blistering speed and explosive power, leaving them no time to survive.
Wow with the right hand. The left hook catches Tillman. Midway through round number 1, and Tyson isn't finished yet with this guy. Tyson is not fooling around one bit.
Here's what's fascinating. In the ring, Tyson won by destroying opponents. In prison, prisoner 922335 won by not fighting. Two completely opposite strategies, two completely different worlds. The champion relied on explosions of violence. The prisoner relied on the threat of violence. But during that extended lockdown, something happened that would test which fighter was stronger. For weeks, an inmate deliberately provoked prisoner 922335. Verbal attacks, taunts about his conviction, questions about whether those famous fists still worked. Day after day, the pressure built.
Tyson attacking Lewis.
Lennox Lewis unloads knockout past the 7th round. Lennox Lewis tripling.
He's got heart. No, you can't take that from him.
Big right hand from
He can't take too many more of those right hands. Lewis keeps that up. That fight is gone.
He is a dangerous puncher.
Lewis
leads on.
Let's understand what was happening inside Tyson's mind during this time. The lockdown lasted weeks. No yard time, no library visits, no human contact beyond the guards. Just 4 walls closing in. In the ring, Tyson's fights were measured in minutes. His shortest knockout, 30 seconds against Marvis Frazier. His average fight, under 6 rounds. He was built for explosive, brief violence. But this was psychological torture designed to break him slowly. The same man who'd earned $30 million per fight was now counting ceiling tiles to maintain sanity. The hands that once wore $10,000 custom gloves were clenching in frustration against rusty prison bars. Mike Tyson, the fighter, would have ended it in seconds, but prisoner 9-22335 had to play a different game. One wrong move meant extended sentences, lost privileges, maybe solitary confinement. Then came the final insult, a deeply personal attack about the charge that put him there. And at that moment, something broke. The confrontation lasted 3 seconds. According to prison records and eyewitness accounts, one punch landed force, over 1,200 pounds, identical to his peak fighting measurements. Result, 14 stitches, 2 knocked out teeth, facial fractures. The other inmate was unconscious for 38 seconds.
On his movement the past few months, and here we go. And McNeely, as advertised, comes right at Mike Tyson. Down goes McNeely.
3 years without professional training, limited nutrition, no proper gym. Yet the punch was technically perfect. Hip rotation, shoulder alignment, follow-through, identical to his championship knockouts. One correctional officer reported, "It wasn't a street brawl. This was a world-class athlete demonstrating exactly why he was once the most feared man on the planet."
Sweat, he hasn't done that tonight. I wonder if that's a change of plan with it.
Oh, what a left hook. Let's have another look at this now.
Well, it was a beautiful punch, bang on the chin. Now you can see the way he goes down. First of all, loses all control. Then you can see the action.
In that moment, prisoner 922-335 proved something terrifying. You can take away the ring, the gloves, the fame, but you can't take away what made Mike Tyson Iron Mike. Here's the incredible paradox. That single act of violence enabled prisoner 922-335 to become more peaceful than Mike Tyson ever was. After that incident, the provocations stopped, respect was established. He could finally focus on his books, his meditation, his transformation. Only one fight in 3 years of incarceration.
Look at these shots landed by Buster Douglas. And if Buster was out of gas in the early go, he's down, he comes with the uppercut. Somehow or other, Buster's throwing shots back. Look at this!
Compare that to Mike Tyson's boxing career. Multiple bouts per year, constant training for violence, career built on controlled aggression, over 50 professional fights. Think about this. Before prison, Tyson was fighting professionally every few months. His life revolved around training camps, sparring sessions, weight cuts. Violence was his profession, his identity, his entire existence.
Cut out was Mike Tyson. Oh, the right hand! I doubt if he'll be able to get up from this. He hit him flush on the jaw with the right hand. It's up to...
Punch it.
Oh, a beautiful right hand. Down goes both up. That's all it took. One shot. He may not get up. Both are stumbling around.
But prisoner 922-335 discovered something Mike Tyson never had: genuine self-control. Not the manufactured discipline of a training camp, but real restraint born from necessity. He spent his time reading Malcolm X, Sun Tzu's Art of War, and Machiavelli. He studied philosophy and religion. Guards reported seeing him meditate for hours, the same man who once relied purely on animal aggression. The transformation was so profound that Tyson later reflected, "I had the best 3 years of my life in prison." This statement shocked the world. How could a man who lost everything, freedom, fortune, fame, call it the best time of his life?
Also, keep that right hand up and pow. There's the left hook.
Mike Tyson. Tyson goes to work right away, and he's got Trevor in trouble, and he's down. With that uppercut is Tyson. Catches him with a right left hook, and he goes down. His legs may be shut. They are. As Trevor Berwick falls back in the rope, I don't know if he's going to be able to continue. He's got the heart, but his body won't let him do what his mind won't.
The answer is simple. For the first time, Mike Tyson wasn't performing. He wasn't Iron Mike, the character. He was just a man, forced to confront himself without the chaos of celebrity, without enablers, without the violence that defined him. The fighter who made millions from violence only fought once in 3 years. The prisoner who needed peace to survive proved he could still destroy someone in 3 seconds. It's the ultimate contradiction. Prison freed him while fame had imprisoned him. When Tyson was released in 1995, something had changed. He wasn't just Iron Mike anymore. He was both fighters merged into one. His comeback record speaks for itself. Won the WBC title just 8 months after release. Won the WBA title shortly after 19 wins, 16 by knockout in his comeback phase. The monster, Naoya Inoue, the man who destroys everyone in his path with ruthless precision, the pound-for-pound king who makes world champions look like amateurs. But on May 4th, 2025, at the T-Mobile Arena, something happened that shook the boxing world to its core. His opponent, Ramon Dinamita Cardenas, a 27-2 fighter from San Antonio by way of Mexico. Most gave him zero chance, but what happened next almost ended Inoue's perfect legacy in the most shocking way possible.
What the percentage is? Go, go, go. Let's go. Fuck yeah. 4-5, let's go.
Naoya Inoue is so terrifying. This isn't just a good fighter, this is a generational destroyer, 4-division world champion, multiple titles across different weight classes, and when he steps in the ring, it's not a question of if he'll hurt you, it's when. His last victim, Kim Yi-jun, a guy who tried taunting the monster and paid the ultimate price, getting sent to the Shadow Realm in brutal fashion. Kim made the mistake of saying, "You're not hurting me," while getting absolutely demolished. That's what happens when you challenge Inoue.
Inoue is, you have to pick your poison, and right here, Ye-jun Kim says, you know what? And I like how Kim, he punched while Inoue was punching. That's what I like. That's what you got to do. Oh my God. Nice, but I like that too, Inoue. And then he starts to pour it on. You can shear the thudding shots from Naoya Inoue. Oh, and down goes Ye-jun Kim. Be careful what you ask for.
The Japanese superstar came to America with one goal: deliver another spectacular knockout for the fans. He was defending the WBA, WBC, IBF, WBO, and Ring Magazine Super Bantamweight titles. At -6,500 odds, the bookmakers thought this was a formality. They were about to be proven wrong. Now let's talk about Ramon Cardenas. Dinamita. The name means dynamite, and for good reason. This wasn't some pushover brought in to pad Inoue's resume. With a record of 27 wins, 2 losses, and 14 devastating knockouts, Cardenas possessed something dangerous. A left hook that could change everything in a split second.
Cleaner shots are coming from Cardenas. Cardenas.
In Mexico, they called him Dinamita. In the ring, he was an enraged bull, aggressive, powerful, with genuine killer instinct. His trainer, Joel Diaz, a veteran of the sport, knew they had a secret weapon. Cardenas wasn't coming to survive 12 rounds and collect a paycheck. He came to shock the world and take those belts back to Mexico. But here's what made Cardenas truly dangerous: his boxing IQ. He knew how to punch between shots, his timing was exceptional, and most importantly, he had no fear. When Joel Diaz told him to attack Inoue's body, Cardenas responded, "Coach, he doesn't crack." That's the mentality of a true warrior. Most people thought his chances were like a snowball in hell, but make no mistake, this guy came to fight. Round 1, the American crowd settled in, expecting a smooth Inoue victory. But Cardenas had other plans. He came out measuring with his jab, finding his timing, and here's the crazy part, he was landing. His jab was finding its home, beating Inoue to the punch. Inoue, known for his blinding speed and devastating power, suddenly found himself in a real fight. Cardenas was standing right in front of him, with a high tight guard, not backing down an inch. This wasn't the script anyone expected. By the second round, Cardenas was gaining confidence, bringing pressure, making the monster pick up his feet. The commentators noticed it. This is how you gain confidence. And then the unthinkable happened. Second round, Inoue had Cardenas on the ropes, putting combinations together. But in his aggression, he dropped his right hand for just a moment. Cardenas saw the opening. He changed his angle slightly, and boom, a devastating left hook caught Inoue flush. The monster went down. The entire T-Mobile arena fell dead silent. It was as if time had stopped. Nobody could believe what they just witnessed. Naoya Inoue, the destroyer of worlds, was on the canvas. For only the second time in his legendary career, the seemingly invincible champion had been dropped. This was the moment where Ramon Cardenas proved he belonged in that ring. The moment where Inoue's perfect night turned into a nightmare. At that instant you could see it in the arena, people wondering if we were about to witness the greatest upset in modern boxing history.
With his offense a little bit wide, you didn't see the front here. Right off that back foot, he was being defensive, slipping,
The odds swung wildly. Suddenly, this wasn't a foregone conclusion. Cardenas had landed the shot that changed everything. But here's where champions are made. After getting dropped, Inoue didn't panic. He didn't retreat into survival mode. Instead, he made adjustments. Small, intelligent adjustments that showed why he's elite.
What?
Round 3 and 4, Cardenas was still dangerous, still landing that devastating left hook. His high guard was giving Inoue problems. He was punching with confidence, believing he could actually win this fight. And he wasn't wrong to believe it. But by round 5 you could see the shift. Inoue started pulling away from that left hook. He began timing Cardenas' attacks. The accuracy started showing up. And when the monster smells blood, things get ugly fast.
Is showing up. And the desire to have fights like this. Big round for Inoue. Oh, he's turning it on. Cardenas is covering up, and the monster is showing what he's about. You'll be able to see the corners while we take this commercial break. It's a great fight.
Round 6 was the turning point. Inoue became furious, charging forward with bad intentions. Cardenas was breaking under the relentless assault. The body shots, the combinations, the sheer volume of punches, it was overwhelming. In that round alone, Inoue threw 90 punches, breaking Cardenas' spirit piece by piece. Round 7, Inoue repaid the knockdown. A crushing right hand sent Cardenas to the floor, with only the bell saving him from further punishment. The Mexican warrior showed incredible heart, but the writing was on the wall. Round 8. The monster closed the show. Body shot, right hand, and Cardenas was in serious trouble. The referee saw what everyone else saw. Cardenas was done. He'd given everything, fought with tremendous courage, but he was facing a force of nature. The stoppage came at 1:32 of the 8th round. Some argued it was early, but Cardenas' corner had already threatened to throw in the towel if things didn't turn around. The referee made the right call, saving a brave warrior from unnecessary damage.